Hello and welcome back to another episode of Wrong Ones podcast. I'm Dinesh Sagi, joined by Amar and Punk. Hey Jens,
Hello, guys.
Hi. Hi.
How you guys doing?
what's going on? Very good, I must say.
All good, all good.
Given the recent result of obviously my beloved RCB finally winning a game in Mumbai after like God knows 10 years or something. So yeah, absolutely, I'm quite excited for today's podcast.
Well, to be honest, they're every match they're playing, they're making a record. They're breaking a record or something because this is the year that they have been winning more often than not, and we have seen in over past 17 years that their results have not gone their way, but now they're going. So it's like every time they win, they're like, oh, after 16 years, after 15 years. So you must be delighted.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it in hindsight, that actually tells us like we haven't won games in a long time. So now we're sort of setting up all those records straight, so which is good. Absolutely, yeah, quite excited and obviously 18th year, number 18. The chief obviously made a massive head start
Yeah,
yesterday, putting RCB in control, and then obviously Patidar and JiteshSharma sort of contributed big time because RCB posting 220 in Wankhede against a good Mumbai attack, especially with Jasprit Bumrah back, speaks volumes.
yeah, all for a greater good, isn't it? It's the
Yeah,
number 18.
100%. Anyway, let's get started, right? So yeah, maybe let's start with the partnership between Virat Kohli and JiteshPadikar yesterday. Who both set up really well after the early loss of Phil Salt.
Yeah, looked like they were up for it, isn't it? Phil Salt, first ball, he drives for a brilliant four, and then second ball he goes out. So, but yeah, Virat Kohli, looked really good right from the start. David Padikal as well. He's also a classy batsman. So they were kind of going hand in hand, and Virat Kohli with all his drives as well. All those beautiful shots came out, and he looked like he was set for a big one, but fell for 67. And David Padikal as well. I mean, he scored 637, but it was a good partnership. That we always have been talking about opening stands. Phil Salt just went out on the second ball. So, but Virat Kohli and Padikal, gave that stability and took the and kept the runs going really. And of course, Punk's favorite RajatPatidar, he came in and he did his magic, and it's like um, the captaincy has brought that sense of I would say a confident responsibility, because he was always a good batsman. He always played with that responsibility, but now he's got some authority, and he's showing that he's the guy who relish these kind of challenges. So again, once again, he made 64 of 32, um, and it looks like he's the guy who's kind of developing into that person who other team members are also take inspiration from. As a captain, he's leading from the front and always takes good calls. And many times you see he's talking to his bowlers and he's talking to his fielders in a very calm way. And even if the catch is dropped, he's like, don't worry about it. Or he's hit for a six, don't worry about it, you'll get it again. um, so yeah, a really good captain, and showing more promise as a batsman. He looks like in that upper middle order, he's kind of that batsman, and plus also is with his performance, he's making that middle order very very solid. And I think that is one of the reasons why RCB is playing really RCB is winning matches this time.
Obviously, Punk, anything you would like to add on the OGs of skipper?
Yeah, he just bailed them out, Kohli, he might have got his 29 ball 50, but he slowed down. And if not for Jitesh and for Rajat, this game was lost. From the 29 ball to the next runs, that is 50. He scored 17 runs in the next 13 odd balls, because you need to accelerate, right? And this shows that Rajat, how, and like last season, actually, the reason why he's got a captaincy and the way why he was retained was because of RajatPatidar last year, right? He was the guy who actually took them to that, qualifying them at least for the playoffs. And if it was not for him and Jitesh, right, this game was dusted. So this is what I'm trying to say, right? It's there's just a hindsight in terms of what happens in the match, right? They just got bailed out. If not for Surya Kumar Yadav getting stuck, this game was dusted for them as well, right? So it's great to see Rajat, and he's continuing for what he did from last year, and he was rewarded captainship. And just to for everybody to know, RCB, why they have not done so well in the last 17 years is because apart from Kohli, there was no other Indian batsman who had scored 1,000 runs for them. They didn't have a second rung Indian. I don't know what type of like captainship has Kohli done for RCB, and what the management has done, but there was no other second. You don't remember any batsman playing for long for them. This is the only guy, Rajat, who's come after Kohli from Indian perspective. I'm not talking about foreigners here, who's actually shown a consistency in terms of batting, and his strike rate is awesome, and he's bailing them out from last season to this season as well. So it's not just because I like him and all that, but he's proving, why he's been retained and why he's got the captainship. So we'll discuss about Kohli's batting and how RCB was lucky to get over the line.
Yeah. Hey, we have a
Sorry.
new podcaster.
Yeah. We have some company today. I've got Rian and Rhymes in the room. But anyway, I just want to obviously call out on one of the things about Kohli yesterday. So he scored his 13,000 T20 runs, and he apparently is the second fastest, just behind Gale, and is fourth in the all-time list. And he's got like obviously 18,000 ODI runs, 13,000 T20 runs, 9,000 Test runs. It just wouldn't stop.
But zero
Yeah.
IPL titles.
Yeah, that's the you wonder why you're not winning the titles. So he's making runs. Many in losing causes in IPL. But also there are other batsmen as well in the lineup. If you see right from KP and throughout.
Chris
De
Gale.
Villiers, yeah.
Man, they've had some really good players. Like Maxwell played for them for a long time. They brought in Cameron Green a couple of years ago because he's been exceptionally good for Mumbai, and all of a sudden he shows up at RCB and just won't deliver. So obviously as much as everyone puts onus on one person, and it's a team.
Yeah, I mean he's making runs, and but it's the team, isn't it? It's the team and team management, and everyone over the years have been wondering why RCB doesn't win, and also there are a lot of kind of controversies with the owners, and so this team hasn't ever been settled, to be honest. I mean the focus has always been outside the cricket. May it be the owners, like I mentioned, or may it be the marketing activities more than the play itself, and maybe in the start Virat Kohli's aggressive nature, aggressive captaincy, maybe the players around him, maybe he couldn't get the most out of the players or of their talent around him. So who knows, after 18 years this will be the time with Patidar. He seems to have a good head on his shoulders, and then you have the batsman performing. Of course Patidar the main guy, but Virat Kohli himself is making runs now. We need some more impetus from Liam Livingston, but hopefully, as the tournament progresses, he will come good. He did make runs in one of the games, but Jitesh Sharma, I mean, what can you say? He's kind of paddling Bolt, and those massive sixes, which in not not very distant past would have been a thing of a surprise, a miracle, but he's playing those kind of shots and playing really well. So, and Tim David as well. I mean, look at this team, they're winning matches as well, and you have a match winner in KrunalPandya as well here. So, and Bunash, I mean, if you keep on talking about these bowlers, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Josh Hazelwood, Yash Dayalis, and Shreyas Sharma, I mean, this looks like a team that will qualify, and who knows, this is the year they can even win. So yeah, all for Virat Kohli, hopefully this time.
Absolutely right, but obviously, shifting focus onto Mumbai Indians, right? I still obviously struggle to understand Rohit's role in the score, right? I mean, I understand he's coming as an impact sub, like he's probably opening every game, but he's not spending enough time on the field. And personally, for me, and this is something I've seen on socials as well, where some of the senior players like Sanjay Bangar was calling this out, saying, yes, Rohit is struggling for form. He's probably struggling for a few years, but he's someone adds so much value as a player being on the field. That's what he's done in the T20 World Cup, Champions Trophy. So I'm struggling to understand, why is he coming as an impact sub just to bat those 2-3 overs and not starting a match, be it fielding 20 overs and then bat if they're chasing. Because sometimes just stepping into the field just 2-3 overs before the game you're about to bat might not really help you, because not every player can come and strike from ball one. The likes of Virat Kohli, the likes of Rohit Sharma, in my understanding, needs to spend time on the pitch, assess the pitch, be in the team environment on the in the thick of things, is when they really take off. I don't know. That's my observation. What do you guys think, Punk? Especially you.
So I guess I think so. They have taken that in view, right? And if you see, he came in the last 4 overs to field, so he got himself warmed up, for before, and then he was in form, sometimes you get unlucky, right? He's the best of the batsmen, but you could see he was timing well, and those 19 runs, he gave them the start which was needed. It was not he was struggling or something. And see, if you give the 19 runs, right, it's still good enough then to spend 10 balls and give 12 runs or 15 runs, right? You get the 200 strike rate, and if your opening batsman can give you 30 runs in 10 balls, or you got the start which you need, right? Because you have 8 batsmen, and then what happens is the opening team is on the back foot for because you've already gone to the strike rate. But yeah, I think so. If they do the same strategy, right, bring him back for 4-5 overs, and then if he comes to open, that should be the way for them to go forward, right? But directly coming to open in the first, direct, just sitting there and coming, it's going to impact, because you don't have any game time. You're not warmed up enough, right? Because even to move, to start, because see, the warm-up time also is you only have 5 to 10 minutes, which is not good enough for a batsman. You don't have any knocking, anything. You've done it well, right? This something which they also need to do. This will help him, if he can come for the last 4 overs before the match, if they're chasing, then gives him that time to just get his body warmed up, the movements and feet movements and all that. So, but yeah, I hope MI comes back strong with Rohit now. At least you could see that he's got that feet movement. He's got the strike back. I hope the next match he's going to score big.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's one more reason why he's not coming onto the field is, if I was the captain, and I would have said, okay, you're not the captain, and we have got better fielders better movers than you on the field. So you are good enough. You are an international player. You are one of the legends of T20 and one day international. So you come and start hitting from ball one. If you have what do you call motivation enough, to keep yourself fit, and then you can come onto the field. But I mean, the most of his use is as a captain, which he's not, and or as an opening batsman. So he's coming for the latter one. So I see I see that reason.
And like also in terms of the fielding, right? He is the slowest in terms of fitness. You see, the team is quite young. The Mumbai Indian teams, and like he's the oldest actually. If you see, and still like we know Rohit, he is good in that, but he's not that great a fielder, right? So that could be one of the ways to get the younger legs fielding as well.
Yeah, but contrary to that,
Younger
we
or
have
faster?
older players, older than him, playing for other franchisee and playing the entire 40 overs, like keep for
But
30
they're
overs.
fit. There's a difference between physical fitness as well. You might be able to hit the ball, and but there's also a physical fitness as well, right?
So are you
Where
telling me Dhoni is fitter than Rohit Sharma, given all his issues with knees? I'm just comparing him as a player, but I'm just saying, because the
No, I mean,
distance that
Rohit
he's
is
him,
running
no,
faster.
you can't you can't compare Dhoni to Rohit. Dhoni is a wicket keeper, right? So
no,
and
my
he
point of view is the experience, right? Being in the thick of things. Obviously, the guy won like 6 titles, so he knows how to sort of address a
but
certain
then then
scenario.
then then
No,
then
he can't
he
because
should then
Pandya is there.
it's better to make Rohit the captain then. If
Yeah,
that's the
exactly,
thing,
exactly.
then make
Exactly,
him
that
the
was the
captain.
point I was trying to
And
read into. So is this something coming from
no, no, it
management
shouldn't.
and Pandya saying,
No,
"I'll manage. This
because
is my team. I'll run it my
because
way."
if you get somebody on your years, right, you have like different opinions every other time, and the team is going to go nowhere, right? So if I say X and the other guy says nahi, udhar karo, do Y, the bowlers get
Mhm.
confused, the fielders get confused, everybody gets confused, and everybody are right here because that the aura is there, right? So you have a bit of a challenge as well, right? So
Yeah.
either you just keep quiet until as the captain comes over,
Yeah,
and which last year we saw a lot of Rohit changing the fields, and we've seen it in the open thing, right? And Hardik was in immense pressure, right? If you're saying X, the fielders were doing Y, the bowlers were doing Z. So that doesn't work out in the field, right? Either you leave completely, which Rohit does not
Mhm.
do. He's very like compared to what Dhoni, if you see, he just like leaves it completely to Rohit, to Rutu. But with Rohit, you see, he's very involved, which does not help the existing captain.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's probably enough of Rohit. But yeah, obviously, unfortunately for Mumbai, Will Jacks and Suryakumar Yadav sort of struggled a bit. They're only scoring at 110, 120, and that put a lot of pressure on
That two
TilakVarma
hits,
and
it
Hardik
was just
Pandya.
If
So that's the
Surya would
point.
have this,
Was it a
I'm
bad call not to get in Tilak at number 3 rather than
I,
bring in Will
this
Jacks?
is like they are like CSK team and this Mumbai teams, they're below because they're not looking at the previous experience, right? Surya used to bat at 4 always, right? You have to get the best left. The guy Tilak at 3, he has done miracles for you, right? Go and get him there, let him play, and Surya comes at 4, and then that gives Tilak more opportunity to go harder,
He
right?
plays at
Surya
number
gets
3 for India as well.
for India as well, and he scored like back-to-back centuries, and he's done brilliantly there. And I don't know what's happening with, there are a lot of DHs around the old franchisees who have done well. So
I think Tilak has batted for Mumbai at number 3, right?
Yeah, one or
like
two occasions, but he wasn't
but
always 3 though.
just get
It was
Tilak
5
at 3,
last season.
get
Yeah.
Tilak at 3, and you will see changes. Surya, and then you have a lot of people below, who can come and hit, and anyway, Surya does not like, frankly speaking, like Surya, if you see, he tries to hit from ball 1, yeah, and when you lose those wickets, Tilak would be a guy like who can be at 3 and still score, and then Surya, if it stabilizes the net run rate and all that, then Surya can come and start hitting as well. But if you ask Surya to go and play that singles, and and that's why his timing, everything got struggled out, because they lost those wickets and he was unable to hit. And I'm feeling really bad for Pandya, just to close this out. The last
Yeah.
game, which they were so close, Surya was playing well, Tilak got stuck. This game, Surya got stuck, Tilak was like, and but the captain has like taken the everything on him, and he's trying to do the best bowling he can do, the best batting he can do. He's like a one-man army, right? This is like the Sachin Tendulkar of the 90s, trying to take the load of the team, but there are some guys who are always like pulling him down. So they have to come gel together as team and perform. There's no sense of coherence at all.
No, because the way it is looking like that and happening, what is happening is because of they don't have right guys for the right position. Like you said, TilakVarma should be up at number 3. He's coming down the order, and he's kind of a player who can, to be honest, bat through the innings. And he initially takes a couple of overs to start hitting. But if you ask him, if at number 5, come down and start hitting, then that's not happening, right? Surya Kumar Yadav can do that, so put him at that position. So it's just jumbled up. So they have to sort this out.
I mean, HardikPandya, I know, what hitting 42 just for 15 deliveries, but there's no one to blame. If anything, he has to blame the other Pandya for bowling so well and obviously getting those wickets.
Well, he did hit him. He did hit him. It's the last over. KrunalPandya came back, and he has always got that knack of taking wickets. It's just that he didn't. Hardik Pandya was allowed, kind of was able to trump him, but then he has that knack of taking wickets. And in the last over, he just what did he take? 4 wickets, I think.
Yeah, he ended up taking 3 in the last over, so altogether
3.
it was 4.
Okay, yeah.
But kudos to obviously RCB for holding the nerve when HardikPandya was going scoring all around the park. Let's see how Mumbai sort of untangs all of this pressure and obviously start winning because it's getting to that stage where if you lose another 1 or 2 games, you're pretty much like out of the qualification. Is how I see it with the way the rest of the teams are performing at the moment. Likes of DC and Punjab and LSG for that reason.
You can lose 6 matches, That's it.
You can lose as many as you want, but other teams are winning more.
I'm saying like you can lose 6 matches and still qualify, right? So they've lost 4.
Mumbai, you can see that they are this one they lost almost. They almost did it. It's just that Surya Kumar Yadav got stuck, and that's what happened. But they just need to tweak a little bit. Just I don't know what Will Jack's if he's
value is in the team.
Not,
I don't get it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, maybe he can be pushed up. I don't know.
Like an Indian batter like Namandir or someone, bring him.
Namandir is a good guy. He's a good batter, and
TilakVarma there's no one to blame. When Sky was stuck, when Will Jacks was stuck. I mean, when Will Jacks was stuck and the Sky was stuck, Jayawardene had the opportunity to retire him out, but obviously he wouldn't want to do it. So there's no one to blame.
Yeah. So I mean, they just need to tweak a little bit, and they are just there and thereabouts. So,
there's one option. They could get Will Jacks and Rickelton to open. And Rohit comes down.
Will Jacks and Ryan Rickelton.
And then Rohit comes in the middle of. And Rohit comes at 5 or 6 or something. He has the capability. But he's done once or twice for India.
He has to open. He has to open, and that's it. He just struggled in the Test series as well. They said he can bat in number 5. It didn't really add any value. I'm sorry, Rohit has to open in my view.
But then they'll have to drop him then.
Yeah, if it comes down to that, then unfortunately, yes. If it doesn't score or it struggles to score, then at some point they have to make that harsh call, which is not ideal. But obviously, as they say, team comes first. That's what ended with Hardik's team. Then Hardik has to make that hard call. But probably on that note, we'll wrap up for today's session. But thank you, gents, as always. Appreciate your feedback. To our viewers and subscribers, as we always say, any feedback is always appreciated. Just your opinions, but give us your feedback. Anything we can improve on, we'll be more than happy. Amar, on to you.
Hit the bell icon.
Do subscribe. Help us, reach out to more audience, and we appreciate all the efforts here. Thank you, gents.
See you.